FactTV presents 7 bodybuilders that took it to a lethal level. 7. Mustafa Ishmael. Mustafa Ishmael was featured in the Guinness Book of World Records in the year 2015 for having the world's biggest biceps. His biceps measured to be a whopping 31 inches in diameter. His biceps are the size of an average person's waist. Mustafa claims that he has never used any performance enhancers or steroids and that he is totally natural. Many people, however, don't believe him and accuse him of injecting an oil called synthol directly into his biceps. 6. Gregg Valentino. Gregg Valentino was known as the man whose arms exploded. He took regular steroids and injections. His arms became severely infected by once using a dirty needle. Instead of consulting a doctor or a specialist, he decided to operate on himself by cutting his arm open and letting the blood drain out. He had to go and seek rehab for his addiction. He also got arrested and had to do jail time for selling banned substances. 5. Pierre For. Pierre For was a Swiss bodybuilder that got into weightlifting at the age of 16. He wasn't happy that he wasn't making the gains that his training partners were. He then gained immense weight and then got into bodybuilding competitions, and he in fact won. He once had a terrible injury from doing a 675-pound squat. He collapsed and severely injured his knee. He couldn't lift as much as he used to, but he still remained positive and still trains to the best of his ability. 4. Arnaldo de Souza. Born in Brazil, the bodybuilder Arnaldo de Souza decided to inject a potentially lethal substance to make his muscles grow to an extraordinary size. It consisted of alcohol and oils that he injected into his arm. Immediately after the injection, his arm started to swell up. He has 29.5-inch biceps. Many people have died using the substance, including one of his close friends that used the same substance. 3. Garry Hemming. Garry Hemming was an Australian bodybuilder. He was unbelievably ripped up. He competed in the IFBB competition in 2009. During a competition, he had a heart attack on stage and collapsed. Officials at the competition performed CPR, but sadly it was of no benefit. He was pronounced dead at the hospital. After he was taken to hospital, the competition continued as normal. It was found that the cause of his death was supplement and drug abuse. 2. McNeil. Sally previously served as a Marine. After her service, she heavily got into bodybuilding. Her husband was also a major bodybuilder. Unfortunately, her mind and body didn't respond well to the steroids and testosterone that she took daily. She went into regular fits of anger called roid rages and was involved in a lot of fights. She went so crazy that she even dropped 70-pound weights on her husband's car. In 1996, she shot her husband in the chest and he died. She's now serving a life sentence in prison. This shows the terrible effects of taking things too far. 1. Monza. Monza was incredibly dedicated to the sport of bodybuilding. He never stopped training and stuck to a strict diet. He was one of the most ripped up bodybuilders to ever have lived. To improve and maintain his incredible bodybuilding physique, he started to take diuretics, drugs and lethal injections. He began to suffer extreme stomach pains and had to be rushed to hospital in 1996. After some tests, it was found that Andreas was bleeding internally. After his kidneys and liver shut down, he sadly passed away. This is one of the most sad and tragic bodybuilding deaths. Afterwards, an autopsy was done and there was 20 different drugs found in his system. His liver was filled with tumors and his heart was twice the size of an average heart. Subscribe for more.